The Score is the place for local spring high school sports, and we've got some for you right now. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. SBS Carbon Copy in Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Preventative Maintenance, your complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print on just about anything. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages every day. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Today, live from Donru Field in Lewiston, it is girls lacrosse on The Score as the Class A Lewiston Blue Devils host the Class B Messalonskee Eagles. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet along with AJ Knight and our Score crew live here today at Donru Field on a cool, kind of windy day, but the track is dry, and we should have a pretty quick game here between these two teams. Messalonskee Eagles, AJ, on a roll. They have won 4 in a row. They started 0-2 and have ripped off 4 consecutive wins.
Yeah, it kind of tracks. Looking at the notes you were able to collect from Coach, as we do, but for all of our 6,000 broadcasts we do a year. One of the things she talked about, right, was a lot of inexperience, a lot of youth, and she even pointed out several players who were kind of just picking up the game. And the I think record reflects that, right? Kind of a slow start, and then have really poured it on over the last few games. I think outscoring opponents 77-28 during their win streak, as opposed to getting outscored. I think it was 27-7. So I think starting to round into form, which is not surprising. This Messalonskee girls team, one of the premier programs in the state. Yeah,
they play some awfully good lacrosse on both the boys and the girls side in Oakland. That is for sure. And they have a young but very good goaltender in Adriana Pettengill, a returning sophomore. She started as a freshman last year. Unfortunately today, Messalonskee missing Sarah Leifert, who, while it's just her first year of playing lacrosse, she has been very good on defense. She is out today, so not in the lineup. But they have Chloe Massey up front, a sophomore again. Talk about the youth that they have up front. And E.J. Parsons, Emma Jane Parsons, a senior who brings a lot of experience. This Messalonskee team can score. Interestingly enough, in my very brief email exchange with Jeremy Finney, the head coach, first-year head coach of Lewiston, the one thing he said to me was, we hope we can play with them. So that's the way they feel about Class B Messalonskee.
Yeah, again, they're one of the premier programs. You know, there was some really good preview pieces by several publications ahead of it last year. They weren't as young, I think, but they had lost a lot of talent, and they were trying to see where they were at this year. I think a little bit more leaning into the youth. Still, you know, it's a premier program, so you kind of expect to a certain extent reload as opposed to rebuild. And just to the Pettengill point, as you pointed out, I don't know how much necessarily sport to sport translate, but I'd like to think as a field hockey goalie, that for sure I think would translate a fair amount to lacrosse, that she was part of a region finalist in field hockey.
Absolutely. Lewiston's had some games where they have put some score on the board. Scores, that is, on the board. Goals, that is, on the board. They scored 17 against their arch rivals, the Edward Little Red Eddies, last week in a 17-5 win. They scored 14 against Brunswick and beating them 14-3. And against Bangor, they beat them 11-7. So they've had some games where they have scored some goals, and they've got some decent goal scoring up front on this team, led specifically by Anna Courtmanch and also Haley Alonaku up front. Very good goal scorers. Lauren Landry, will call her name a lot today, and her sister Crew Langley as well here in this ball. Is it a ball game? Yeah, it's a ball.
It is a ball game.
Yeah, can I be allowed the freedom to use that term?
Yeah.
So that's the term we're going to go with here. So the Messalonskee Eagles and the Lewiston Blue Devils, captains and the officials meeting down below us, and we will take a timeout. We'll come back with the opening draw right after this on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we go.
The monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
All righty then, at long last, we are ready to play a very long stick check before we got started here, and we are set to go. Hannah Burley of Lewiston, the freshman goalkeeper, in goal down to our left. The sophomore goalkeeper, Adriana Pettengill, in goal to our right. Cora Kluke, first-year head coach for Messalonskee, and Jeremy Finney, first-year coach for the Lewiston Blue Devils, ready to go. All we need now is a couple of officials on the field, and they are deciding just what it is they're going to wear. So now they have gotten rid of the heavier coats and are going to the warmer pullovers. So there we go, making sure that they're comfortable because it's been cold, and then when the wind dies down, it's not so cold. So trying to find the right delicate balance there, and eventually a game that was scheduled to start at 5:30 is going to start now at 5:36. And our game time temperature this afternoon here in Lewiston, 54 degrees, with winds gusting to 16 miles an hour.
Yeah, if we have another long delay, Mike, you can just call the 800 they're running over there.
There you We've got a lot of stuff going on here on the campus of Lewiston High School today. We're ready to go. Messalonskee in the red, and Lewiston is in the white, and set to go as they get everybody on the straight and narrow. Check of the goalkeepers, and it is time for the draw. On the draw here for Lewiston is Caitlin Shannon, wearing number 6, and Chloe Massey for Messalonskee. Ball picked up by Lauren Landry, and right to the goal she goes. Landry peels it back outside. She had a direct path to the net. Not sure why she slowed down. Gabrielle Roy back outside to Landry, and Lewiston now setting up their offense.
I'm curious to see if Lewiston plays a little bit slower pace when you ask that question, Mike, because if you some of the box scores you check when they win, their goalie just doesn't face a lot of shots, and
right.
They've scored, but I wonder if it's kind of the stat. Oops.
All right, we've got a whistle and a violation there called on Lewiston.
Interference, I believe. Kind of a moving screen.
So Messalonskee with it, and it's played up to Pettengill, the goalkeeper, and Adriana Pettengill will start it up or try to pass too long there for Braylon Duty. Ball's out. Yeah, that'll belong to Lewiston. Crew Langley, number 18. A lob to the middle to Roy. Roy triple teamed, and Roy backs it out. Now to Crew Langley. Langley, a little dance being defended there by E.J. Parsons. Gets it away. And a whistle as trying to force her way through was Lauren Landry. And is she going to get a penalty shot?
Yeah, I think they got her basically kind of a cross-check, for lack of a better
All right, Lauren Landry straightened out, and she has a direct shot here on Adriana Pettengill and decides to play it back.
Ooh. I think you gotta try that a little longer.
Absolutely.
Don't you think?
That's very conservative play there, that's for sure. Back deep to Madeline Cody. Cody's pass inside, bounces around. Loose right there in front. The shot is wide. Caitlin Shannon is never going to get a better chance to score a goal than that, and she missed. And now the ball's out all the way on the far side. So Lewiston won the opening draw, and they have carried the play ever since, but a pickoff here by Massey. And here comes Messo. Messalonskee with their first advance into the offensive zone. And a quick pass to the middle, Zoe Gilbert. Gilbert's pass, one hop to Kakamo, Alexa Kakamo. Kakamo on the perimeter. Changes hands, now changes back. Goes on the right side. That's Parsons inside. Score! E.J. Parsons makes it 1-0 Meso.
Just a nice pass there. Parsons just kind of standing by herself.
So Parsons scores at 2:14, and Messalonskee leads 1-0.
I think now that we've seen the offense for Lewiston just a little bit, Mike, I do think there might be something to them trying to play a little bit of ball control.
Which I'm all for, but when you've got a direct path to the goal or a penalty shot in that case from 15 yards away, you got to be shooting that thing.
Oh, I agree. I think on that, there's for sure something I think a little bit too conservative about how they went about it.
All right, Massey and Shannon on the draw. Here we go. Ball kicks back, and it goes onto the stick of Cody. Madeline Cody. She's going right to the net. Madeline Cody takes it out back. Cody. Stick handling. Now she's going to come back out front, knocked out of the stick. Loose ball right there. She comes back with it. Cody sticks with it. Lewiston trailing here 1-0. Pass over the head of Landry, and back it goes. It's picked up there by Langley. Crew Langley weaving. Langley right to the net. Lobs it out back. Now curling around. It is Anna Courtmanch. Now trying to muscle in again, Landry. Landry is going to back it out. They are very conservative. Now Langley. Crew Langley. Over to Landry. Landry defended by Madison Wills. Now back up to the top. They'll try it again there from that point. Langley.
There's a ton of open space in front of the goal. If somebody could just cut or somebody could win the one-on-one matchup.
Well, Shannon just did cut, but nobody was looking to pass. Now Cody. Cody looking for open space. Cody to the net. Shot really not much on it, and Pettengill kind of let it go. And now curling in front, Courtmatch. Back out deep it goes to Langley. Langley splits a couple of defenders, goes in, and a little pop shot. Easy save there for Pettengill. So a couple of shots there, but not much on them. And Messalonskee with a 1-0 lead. Running it out is Emily Hammond. Hammond right up the middle for Braylon Duty. Duty over on the far side. Ball collected over there by Isabella Morrill. Morrill angles in. Morrill about 25 yards away from Burley. The goalkeeper. Knocked away. Good play defensively by Langley from behind. Knocked it out of the stick. And here comes Langley. 7.5 to go in the first period. 1-0 Messalonskee and a goal by Emma Jane Parsons. Ball knocked out. Possible break in there for Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia back with it. A grounder is wide. Well, we've seen Sophia Ventimiglia be a gunner no matter what sport she's playing. She's always a threat to score. And she has great speed to boot. We have seen that act from her many, many times. Here is Savannah Connor Shade. Splitting the defense. Ball knocked out of the basket there of Trider, and it's going to go to Messalonskee. Emily Trider had it knocked out, but the Eagles will come away with it. Here's Kakamo on the start. Kakamo. Curls back outside. Alexa Kakamo standing about 10 yards or 15 yards away from the goal. Kakamo now reverses. Kakamo tries to get inside. Switched hands, decides to retreat, and instead lobs it off to Parsons. Parsons has their goal on the ground. Massey, Parsons, a fight for it there with Courtmanch. It goes to the Eagles. Massey. Chloe Massey. Massey. Lobs it off on the weave here. Here is E.J. Parsons. Parsons in. Jump shot is just wide, and maybe Burley got a piece of that. Not sure it was going to go on net, though, AJ.
I think it got pipe.
That one is in. Isabella Morrill makes it 2-0. So, pipe, and then a goal for Messalonskee.
That's just a Herculean effort right there. She's just powering through everybody. There's no shortage of, I think, 4 Lewiston defenders right there.
So Morrill plows through Blue Devil traffic, makes it 2-0 Lewiston. Excuse me, 2-0 Meso. Eagles goals by Parsons and Isabella Morrill. We've seen Lewiston with kind of a reluctance to shoot, not so much for Messalonskee. All right, on the draw, Shannon and Massey. Ball pops into the air, loose, and it's picked up there by Massey. Yes. Massey peels it off the ground. Massey gets it ahead. E.J. Parsons. Parsons, stick handles. Parsons goes in. A bouncer is wide.
She drew a whistle, I think, before that.
Okay.
We might get a penalty shot here. I think the stick on the hip.
All right, so as Parsons was just about to rip it.
Now, she's going to be closer than Lewiston was, but I would bet a lot of money she's going to take this straight at.
How much money, AJ? How much?
Everything. The house.
Everything.
I'm going to bet the house.
AJ betting the house that Emma Jane Parsons is going to shoot.
Yeah, I think she's going to charge Burley, try and get center up maybe a little bit, but this is going towards the cage.
All right, Parsons ready. And now what?
I think somebody's lined up wrong, maybe.
Okay. We got a Messalonskee player very deep behind the net.
Apparently a little too close.
Yep. Moves Kakamo over. And now Parsons. The anticipation making her wait, ready to go again. Parsons on Burley. Fires and scores. You have won everything, AJ.
You give a shooter like Parsons, I think, a chance to take advantage of that. She's gonna take it because she's gonna like her chances of beating the goalie.
Time of the goal, 6:32. So 19 seconds between Meso goals, and the Eagles lead at 3-0.
And give Parsons already a second goal. 3 goals, 4 total points. Parsons and Morrill have split the 3.
Would you give the house some time to go get some more chips, please?
I'll wait.
The house currently is out of chips. 3-0 Meso, 5:28 left in the first. Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Find your passion, go to cmcc.edu. I think they're graduating tonight at CMCC.
Really? Shout out to the graduates.
It's a great story in the Sun Journal this morning about an 81-year-old woman, part of the graduating class this year at CMCC.
That's cool.
Very cool.
No, that's super cool. You ever think about going back, Mike, and get your engineering degree or something?
I just got out the first time, and you want me to go back to school? No, let's see. I am coming up on my 45th year out of high school, and I have no ambition to go back whatsoever.
I hear you. I mean, we did take a tour. CMCC's got a lot of cool facilities.
No kidding. You know, if that had been around to that degree, no pun intended, back in the day, I might have gone there.
Yeah. I hear you.
Instead, I went to the University of Maine at Augusta and flunked out studying economics. Me and economics, we didn't go well together. Not a good matchup.
Didn't realize I was talking to a former Moose.
They weren't Moose back then.
Really?
There was no athletic programs at all.
Oh.
Tuition my first semester there, which would have been in September of 78, was $385.
I'd love that.
All right, cutting in front, shooting and scoring, Sophia Ventimiglia. 4-0 Meso.
That just a one-on-one battle. Nice move there. As you see the little face dodge, and Ventimiglia gets inside, just one-on-one with the goalie. It's stopping that. Hoping a prayer to stop that one.
Sophia Ventimiglia is a goal scorer, no matter what sport she's in.
Oh, yeah.
Time of that goal, 7:48. And it's 4-0.
The other thing I think you're seeing the difference between these two teams, Mike, is we talked about the conservative of play, but it's not just that Messalonskee's aggressive. It's, I think, the confidence to go one-on-one. Lewiston a little bit hesitant, you see, to try and win a one-on-one battle.
We certainly have been. Shannon and Massey on the draw. Shannon flipped it, but it goes right into the basket of Gilbert. Gilbert lost it. Scoops. Finally able to rake it up. Back outside to Parsons. Parsons beats her defender. Parsons to the net. Spins, shoots, and scores. That was ice cream there for E.J. Parsons, and she's already got a hattie.
And how about that move? Just you spin, doesn't even change hands, and buries it.
She's already got a hattie, a hat trick. The first goal, the third goal, the fifth goal. She likes scoring the odd ones.
Well, how about this? We didn't get into the pregame and then had time to, obviously, because the stick check took forever. But Messalonskee got down here a little late.
They did.
And Parsons playing like she's got somewhere to be.
They got off the bus ready to play. Timeout on the field, 3:53 to go in the first period. All Messos so far. Eagles 5, Lewiston nothing. You're watching and listening to Girls High School Lacrosse on the Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew. That consists of Tyler Rigney on game camera today. Chaz Wing keeping the computer graphics going for this one this afternoon. We have baseball tomorrow, Skowhegan and Lawrence in Fairfield at 3:30. Oh, I can't wait for that one. And then more lacrosse Saturday morning. Holton, the Shire Towners, coming down from the county to take on the Erskine Academy Eagles. 11 o'clock brunch. And boys lacrosse Saturday morning at 11 here on the Score.
Out of curiosity, do you have any idea who's on the mound tomorrow?
I do not.
I'm just curious.
I do not.
If it's Littlefield and, well, either McMahon or Tibbetts, I'll take either one of the Skowhegan pitchers, but it's going to be good tomorrow.
I will shoot an email to the coaches tonight so that we know when we get there tomorrow who's going to throw.
That is going to be good. We're going to have a lot of company.
Yeah, we saw Skowhegan Monday night, of course, and Noah McMahon throw a beauty for 8 innings, and the Riverhawks lose in 9 to Oxford Hills. And Lawrence is undefeated.
Wow. I mean, again, we talked about it when we were there against Waterville. You expect that Lawrence is just one of those schools, right? You just expect them to reload.
And that's what they've done.
Yeah.
And Skowhegan just pitching, baby. If they'd have gotten one hit on Monday night, they would have won.
Well,
14 men left on base.
That's the story.
That's
right
Red Sox-like right there,
that
baby.
That is the story right there.
All right, on the attack now, Lauren Landry. Landry lobs it to the middle to Roy. Roy on the near side to Cody. Cody back to the top. It's Shannon. Caitlin Shannon.
An isolator. She had it.
Shannon lobs it in. Cody. Cody couldn't handle the pass. It was right there. Little bit soft, and now a whistle.
I think we're going to get a penalty shot here for Cody. Shannon had a lot of space to work with if she wanted to take it. That pass a little high, but Cody going to get, I think, she's going to get the further one here. Going to be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, they're going to put her around the 20-yard line, so about 15 yards away. The goal set up, of course, on the 5. So Cody.
Oh, she waited a second. I think she had Shannon.
She had Shannon, yep. Outside Roy. Gabrielle Roy. On the weave, behind the net, Court Manch curls in front, looking for an opening, shoots it, not much on it, and Pettengill's going to hustle back and touch up.
Nice job by Pettengill there.
Yep, smart,
because
on the back side, there was a Lewiston player.
Yeah, and Lewiston, just a mistake there. If you're If your backside offensive player is going to run up, someone's got to replace. You can't afford to give possessions up, especially without
There's a missed pass by Massey, and Chloe can't run it down.
I stand correct. I was going to say how Messalonskee's offense has been operating, but an unforced error there.
2:20 left, first period, 5-0. The Messalonskee Eagles. I got that baseball game on my mind. The Messalonskee Eagles up here 5-0. E.J. Parsons with 3 already in the first. She is the early clubhouse leader for our score player of the game. All right, circling around, it's Cody. Madeline Cody, a senior. Backs it out. Goes on the right to Blanchette. Ava Blanchette looking for Shannon. Knocked away, picked up by Hammond.
That was a really good D.
Emily Hammond begins the attack for Messo. Right side pass, eventually scooped up there by Morrill. Morrill down the right, a spin. Isabella Morrill back outside to Parsons. Parsons now to Massey. Massey, good fake. Can't get in the double team, though. And back out to Kakamo. Alexa Kakamo. Field hockey player, ice hockey player, and a lacrosse player. On the weave to Massey. Massey penetrates, shoots, and scores. That was a floater, and it got by Burley. And it's 6-0.
Yeah, it felt like that one kind of knuckled out. Burley, as you see the replay, got a piece of it, but then her stick kind of flattened out and it went by. Oh, wait. Correction.
No goal?
Chaz waved that when they called penalty before goal.
Okay, so no goal. Penalty shot here for Massey. So it's still 5-0. Never mind. Massey, right at the circle. Fires, misses.
That was a lot more heat on that one, but didn't put it on target.
Yep. Pass up to Shannon. Shannon has it knocked out of her stick. It's going to stay with Lewiston. It was Lele Mayayo, who we remember from the basketball season. Exchange student.
I think also she's pointed out by the coaching staff, this is her first year playing lacrosse.
No kidding. How about that, huh? Ventimiglia. I love how it's so many first-year players, first years. It's Ventimiglia to the net, nothing there. Back outside to Kakamo. I love the fact that they're willing to go out and play with no experience. Says a lot about all of these young women.
Not so much a sports right, it's just the determination to do it, right?
Get out there and do it, Kakamo.
As my dad says all the time when he yells at basketball televisions, rebounding is about desire.
Back outside it goes to Kakamo. 15 seconds left. Kakamo, pass over to Parsons. Parsons to the middle, weaving in and out of traffic. A switch of the hands. How about that for some improvisational skills? And she almost went and scored. It hit pipe. And that'll run the clock out for the first period. So a pretty good start for Messo. They pot 5 in the first period, 3 by E.J. Parsons. And our score after 1 from Don Rufield in Lewiston. Messalonskee Eagles 5, Lewiston Blue Devils nothing. You're watching and listening to Girls High School Lacrosse on The Score.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, we got the monkey has arrived!
This season, we are hydrated. The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah! Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I'm Drew.
I'm
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew. We're live here at Don Rue Field in Lewiston. It's girls lacrosse this afternoon here in Lewiston, and through the first 12, it is 5-0 in favor of Messalonskee. Parsons, Morrill, Parsons, Ventimiglia, and Parsons scoring for the Eagles in the first. And down to our right now, Hannah Burley, the freshman goalkeeper, and Adriana Pettengill headed down to our left.
Yeah, the Lewiston had a couple towards cage. I don't know how you scored them, Mike. I only had one official save for them.
I leave that math stuff to you. I write the goals down. You keep track of the shots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I grade them same as hockey. If it would have been in, then that's how it was. And I only had one official save.
That's the official rule. If it's going to go in the net and be a goal, if the goalie isn't there, it's a shot. If it doesn't, which includes hitting the post, it's not.
Right.
All right, on the draw here. It is picked up there by Shannon.
And Lewiston really needs her to get going.
Caitlin Shannon. She looks like she's got the skills to do so. Shot easy save off the stick of Cody by Pettengill. She looks like she's got the skills. She really can move. Watching her run downfield, she's chasing Chloe Massey.
Is that some sunshine?
Yes.
What? It's actually really not a bad day, as sarcastic as I'm being.
It is windy. We are in
breezy.
A high spot here in Lewiston, and it is breezy here at Don Rue Field. And in a bit, when we have a break, we will have Tyler scan one of the local landmarks here to our left that is historic in the world of sports. There's a steal by Langley. We have a Langley. This is Crew right here. We have a Landry. Lauren. Nice lead pass. Here's Kortenmanch. Kortenmanch curls around. Back outside now for Langley. Langley now to Landry. A pick. Landry around it. In. Not looking to shoot it, though.
Kind of a low angle. Just, again, like you said, just like to see a little bit more aggressiveness, I think, out of these Blue Devils offensive players.
Blanchette. Now hands it off to Landry. 5-0 Messalonskee. Lewiston. A lot of cutters, but not in a place to make a pass is Cody.
And there wasn't a lot of open space, I think, for him either.
And Cody, and we've got a violation here on Messo. And Cody will start it up from behind the net. Madeline Cody. Couple of minutes gone in the second. It's 5-0 Messalonskee. Cody.
That would have been a good place for someone to cut. There's a lot of space there.
Cody. Going to take it out in front herself. Cody now backs out. Cody. Inside.
As it go against Lewiston.
A violation on Lewiston, and the ball's going to go over now to the Messalonskee Eagles. Missed pass by Massey, rolls up. Ventimiglia scoops and runs. Ventimiglia can fly, and a violation there. They're just going to keep on rolling. Ventimiglia right to the net. Ventimiglia scores. That was ice cream for Sophia Ventimiglia, 6-0.
I think that play on actually really hurt Lewiston because I think they stopped for a second. Ventimiglia never stopped chugging along.
Now, she gave it a brief stop, and that was it.
And she made sure that she wasn't going to get whistled, and she just kept going.
6-0.
And that might speak a little bit more to, I think, specifically her experience.
Yeah. I think it's clear that Messalonskee's got more experience playing lacrosse than Lewiston does at this point.
All right, well, if the pattern continues, next Messalonskee goal, should there be one, should go to Parsons.
Shannon and Parsons on the draw. Blown dead, went right into the stick of Landry, but...
Yeah, I think the penalty was back here. I think somebody was offsides for Messo.
All right, so it's going to stay with Lewiston. Landry runs it up. Landry backs it out.
I think Lewiston's got to find some of those unsettled opportunities to take advantage of before Messalonskee settles in.
Gabriella Thomas in the game for the Blue Devils, wearing number 14. She's been a reliable goal scorer this year. Now back outside for the Devils, Blanchette. Ava Blanchette hands it off to Langley. Langley to the net. Langley shoots, missed. And touching up is Lewiston, hustling back their court match. Pass goes wide of Blanchette and back to Messalonskee, but they stop it there, scooped up by Morrill. It'll stay with the Eagles, or will it? They're going to send Morrill back, but they will keep the ball.
I think that defensive player stepped into the offensive zone, so too many women.
All right, Morrill on the restart. To Massey. Massey angles toward the net, shut off there by Landry, now to the middle.
I think I get a high check here and a far-out penalty shot from Massey.
Yep, from 15 yards out for Chloe Massey, the sophomore. Massey shut off there. Good defense, hustling up Langley.
Oh, missed Morrill standing right in front of the goal.
And I mean right in front. Now for the Eagles, Zoe Gilbert. Gilbert lost it. Gilbert got it back. Passed by Morrill. Morrill able to pick it up.
She stepped out.
Yep. She went over and raked it up, but stepped out. So Lewiston, and they throw it right away to Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia in front to Parsons. Parsons never bashful, and as she was curling in, a whistle.
And that's one of the things. Field hockey, the same way, right? But women's lacrosse, aggressiveness, you'll generally get the whistle.
Parsons here with a angle from right to left as she views things. Parsons already with a hat trick. Parsons to the net, and it's knocked away. Never got a shot off.
I like Parsons trying to get a little bit more front side, right? Because you increase your angle, but in that penalty situation, you got to realize you only have a finite amount of time.
Yeah, you've got a second, maybe two, and it's not a great angle, but you may as well take it. Pass in the middle to Morrill. Morrill drifts over to the right, doubled. Now reverses again, now reverses again. Stick handles, lays it over. And
I think a whistle against Lewiston.
Yeah, Zoe Gilbert cradling the ball there, and she's going to get a penalty shot. About the same angle, but just the other side. So Gilbert to the net, shoots and low, and she beats Hannah Burley, and it's 7-0.
Nice shot. I think that's a nice mix-up of shooting destinations because Messalonskee's done a lot of bounce shots. That one just buries it at her feet.
Time of the goal, 5:42 to make it 7-0.
Also snaps the pattern of Parsons scoring the odd goals.
Yes, Parsons had the first, third, and fifth. So the streak is broken as Zoe Gilbert scores the seventh. Coming in for the Eagles, Sadie Frost, number 14, getting her first playing time. And it's Massey on the draw with Shannon.
Gilbert also the fourth Eagle to score a goal already.
6:18 to go in the first half. And they'll do it again.
Redraw here. They didn't throw anybody out. That's what matters.
Right. In my limited exposure to lacrosse, I've not seen anybody thrown out of a face-off or a draw yet.
I just like that description because hockey, of course, is the
Right.
most violent. So throwing someone out, of course,
Right.
is very minor.
Got pretty violent last night down in Sunrise, Florida.
Yeah, it did.
150 minutes or so of penalties, bunch of game misconducts, bunch of fighting. Here's Roy to the net, and she is shut off, and Messalonskee defended it well, and on the attack they go to Morrill. Morrill, good lead pass up to Elsie Bell. Bell, remember her from field hockey. She was outstanding, the freshman, and as Kakamo went to the net, a flag out.
Yeah, Bell was at, we noticed her midseason in that victory, the regular season victory against Skowhegan. She's a firecracker.
Oh, man, she could get after that motor constantly going on the field hockey field. All right, direct shot right in front. She goes and scores. So Elsie Bell on the board. And it's 8-0.
That was actually, I think it was Kakamo, Mike.
Was it Kakamo? You're right, it was 3.
And here's for Lewiston, one of the issues, the biggest issue, right, is when you're playing, I think, a more experienced team, the last thing you can stand to do is beat yourself. And Messalonskee has 8 goals now, 5 of them are on penalty shots.
Yeah. So forgive me, that was Alexa Kakamo who scored on that direct shot. So Kakamo makes it 8-0, 6:22 time of the goal.
I mean, we'll be talking about Bell. Well, again, she stood out to us that regular season win, and then, of course, she had some play in a very good region championship game.
She's an athlete. She can definitely get after it. That ball ends up being kicked. And it goes to the Lewiston Blue Devils. Here's Gabrielle Roy, a sophomore. Roy over on the other side to Trider, Emily Trider. Over midfield, slowed. Now lays it back. This is Landry. Landry in the middle for Ava Blanchette. Blanchette has to retreat. Blanchette being chased by Sadie Frost. Knocked out of her stick. Good defense here by Messalonskee to the middle to Maya Langlois. Langlois over on the far side to Lang Lace. We have an L-O-I-S and an L-A-I-S.
Well, that's just not a nice trick to pull on you.
It's not really.
No.
Good French-Canadian surnames. Loose ball. Messo looking to pick it up. Can't whistle.
Yeah, we're going to get, I think, too aggressive a check on Lewiston.
All right, so it goes to the Eagles here. 4.5 to go in the first half. 8-0 Messalonskee. A hat trick so far for Emma Jane Parsons.
That was a heck of a midfield defense there from Messalonskee. Just completely shut him out of getting into the offensive zone.
All right, Kakamo up to Frost. Frost angles. Now veers away. Sadie Frost. Massey smacked. She scored, but I think before that we had a violation called on Lewiston.
No, they put it up on the scoreboard.
All right, it's going to count.
I don't know how Massey caught that as you get to see the replay on the stream. I thought for sure that was getting knocked down, but Frost somehow feathered the needle there.
You mean threaded the needle?
Exactly. What did I say?
You said feathered.
Yeah, it was a nice. She feathered the pass.
Maybe it's a new saying. Try to feather a needle. So
it seems like recently on broadcast, whenever I try to say something that is common vernacular, I totally screw it up.
So was that Massey?
Yes, okay. Yes, from Frost.
All right, so Chloe Massey from Frost to make it 9-zip. 4:04 left in the half. Baseball tomorrow, Skowhegan and Lawrence at 3:30, half hour early, 3:30.
Yeah, expect a pitching duel in that one, too.
Should be a good crowd there, too.
Oh,
hopefully
yeah.
The weather will be decent. It's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be great, but we'll take decent. Decent is good. Here's Gilbert. Gilbert, not sure if that was a pass or a shot, ends up rolling wide.
Yeah, good call by the ref. That was definitely a pass.
Okay.
You can't knock the hustle for chasing it out just to see, but I'm with the ref. That was a pass.
All right. On the sidelines, Bell ran it down.
Then it's starting to feel like shades of not just Messalonskee, feel like Skowhegan. They just don't let you out of your zone.
Morrill, yeah. Morrill sizing it up. Now to Bell.
Got a flag from that far ref.
Yep.
Not sure what happened, but I think it happened off ball, maybe?
Yeah, they're going to give it to Morrill. And she's going to have a penalty shot. Isabella Morrill to the cutter Frost, and it's picked off.
That's a great
good
read.
anticipation there by Savannah Connor-Shade.
Nice job. Way to see it and cut it and just read it.
Jumped it. And speaking of jumping it, Chloe Massey does the same thing. Massey with the steal, 3 minutes to go in the half. It's 9-0. Massey weaving. Massey up. Massey knocked away, right though into the stick of Kakamo. Alexa Kakamo. Cuts, shoots, and her bouncer bounced over the net. Right back in front to Bell, a one-timer by Elsie Bell. That was cool. It went wide.
That was more so as opposed to a touch. It tried to shot. That was kind of just directing it. It nearly worked, though. Credit to her.
Pretty creative skills there from Elsie Bell. Pass out deep, Kakamo. Kakamo. 2:15 left in the first. It's 9-0 Meso. To Morrill, pass went by her. It's scooped up, though, by Bell. Bell to Massey. Massey spins in, splits a double, reverses, down. A bouncer is stopped there by Hannah Burley.
That was a nice save. There wasn't a lot. I think once that kind of sharp angled, wasn't a lot on it, but nice job making sure it doesn't go 5-hole.
All right, here's Langley. Good speed. Crew Langley rolling. Midfield. Langley works it up now to Holloman. Holloman to the top now to Langlis. Minute and a half to go in the half. Lewiston looking to get on the board. Down 9-0. Spinning is Cody. Cody not able to get a shot off. Cody now behind the net. Cody looking it over. Cody shoots. It's off the stick there at Pettingill, and it's out the back and hustling up there. Courtmatch to touch up. She goes out front. She turns, shoots, and scores. Anna Courtmatch gets Lewiston on the board. It's 9-1.
Nice individual effort. Just one-on-one play there. Much needed for Lewiston.
So the Devils score with 54 seconds left in the period to make it 9-1. Coming into the game for Meso, back Emma Jane Parsons. She'll come in for Frost. And it'll be Langley on the draw here with Massey. Plops up, comes down into the stick there briefly of Gilbert. Now Langley able to come away with it. 45 seconds left, and Langley has it batted out from behind by Kakamo. Ooh. Loose. Messo's Bell trying to get it there. Fighting for it, Caitlin Shannon. Or check that, it's 8, Olivia Crowley in the game. And coming away with it, Bell, 25 seconds left. Elsie Bell. Bell on the right to Kakamo. Kakamo to the cutter. That's Massey. Massey stopped cold and a violation.
And I think on the pass, they're going to get a check or a checking penalty. No, but I take that back. It's Massey serving it, so it must have been contact on the catch.
Massey's going to have a penalty shot from just about 10 yards out. She shoots, and it's in. Goal. For Chloe Massey, it's 10-1.
Lewiston, I think initially, Burley got a piece of that.
I think so, too. That's why I hesitated.
But couldn't quite keep it out of cage. And again, just Lewiston compounding issues by giving up so many. Again, that's at least 5, if it might be 7 of the 10 goals on penalty shots.
Yeah, it makes life a heck of a lot easier when you've got a direct shot like that from 15 yards, 10 yards.
Well, not to mention get your shooters in rhythm too, right? Because you don't have to think about it.
All right, Massey on the draw. And it's Landry on the other side. Ball deep to Gilbert. Time for a quickie. 5 seconds left. Right to the net. Morrill scores! With 3 seconds left.
That was a tough shot. She had to shoot through contact there. Was able to go top shelf.
Hey, when you can score 2 goals in 4 seconds, that's pretty fast.
That's a good day.
That's lightning. So Isabella Morrill makes it 11-1.
And it started to Messalonskee. They're starting to figure out something at the face-off circle. Obviously, that one you take it down in 4 seconds, like you said.
Bell and Shannon on the draw. And that'll run the clock out. So Messalonskee comes off the bus, ready to play. And they pot 11 in the first half. Score at halftime of this Class A versus Class B girls lacrosse matchup. Class B, Messalonskee 11, Class A, Lewiston 1. You're watching and listening to girls high school lacrosse on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Donru Field in Lewiston. It's 11-1, Messalonskee over Lewiston here in girls lacrosse at halftime. So here we sit just a gaze away from the Coliseum to our left, the barn-like structure that you see over to our left, which 50 or so years ago, almost 60 years ago now, was the site of one of the most notorious, if you will, heavyweight boxing championship fights of all time between the then champion Charles Sonny Liston and, the then champion Cassius Clay, now known as Muhammad Ali, or he was known as Muhammad Ali, taking on Charles Sonny Liston in a strange turn of events. They ended up having to have the fight at the Coliseum, which was then known as the Central Maine Youth Center back in the day because of some legal issues. It was originally supposed to be held in Miami at the Miami Convention Center, but there was some legal wrangling. They thought of moving it to Boston, and somehow, some way, it ended up being held at the Central Maine Youth Center back on April 15th, 1965, and the entire fight is on YouTube if you want to go and find it.
No way.
It's crazy because the Sun Journal a number of years ago, I think to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the fight, did an extensive bunch of reporting on all of the history behind the fight. And having lived over in Poland, not far from here for a while, where Sonny Liston trained at the Poland Spring Inn to get ready for the fight. I forget where Cassius Clay, then, as he was known, Muhammad Ali, trained. But they end up fighting, and it's the phantom punch that people still talk about back in the day, claiming that Liston took a dive when, if you actually watch the film very closely, you can see how quick Cassius Clay's hands were and that he did catch him on the chin, and Liston went down, never got up, a count to 10, and that was the end of the fight. But Robert Goulet sang the national anthem and forgot the words that night. Goulet, whose mother lived in Lewiston at the time, he was, of course, a celebrity, a very well-known singer and actor in the Naked Gun movies, of course. Yeah. He sang the national anthem, forgot the words. Of course, Bates College is right over there, and a student at the time at Bates College was a young Bryant Gumbel, who was an usher
the history just
at the Central Maine Youth Center that particular night, moonlighting from being a student at Bates. The history of this thing is just downright crazy.
Wow.
So that old barn, which is still there, it's obviously been totally renovated, and the Coliseum still, of course, a lot of hockey played in that building. We did a hockey game earlier this year between Lewiston and Messalonskee, and the Maine Nordiques play there. The old Maine Nordiques played there back in the day. The Lewiston Maniacs played there. I did play-by-play with Rob Kennedy for the Lewiston Maniacs games several times, and we saw Sidney Crosby playing at the time in the Q in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, playing against the Lewiston Maniacs, who won the league championship that year.
Did they give you a ring?
I did not get a ring because I was only a part-time guy.
Okay. I mean, I suppose that stands to reason.
There's a lot of history in that building, that's for sure.
Real quick, Mike, and I appreciate the history lesson. I believe Tyler was just showing this. If you're watching the stream, I think we got a goalie change for Lewiston. I believe 25.
So looks like Cadence, and boy, you can go both ways with the name Bisson, B-I-S-S-O-N, or Bison. I'm going Bisson.
Like
so
Bisson.
She's in goal. And it certainly, being the onslaught of 11 goals, can't be blamed on Hannah Burley because many of those were point-blank labeled.
Yeah, a lot of penalty shots for Messalonskee.
Yeah, that's awful tough to play goal under those circumstances. So here we go, second half. Eagles up 11-0. And on the face-off, it is Shannon and Chloe Massey. Caitlin Shannon, Chloe Massey. Pops high into the air, and it's E.J. Parsons who comes down with it. She has a hat trick. Massey, I thought, might have hurt herself, but she's fine. She bounced right back up, which is good to see. Now on the break, it's Lauren Landry. Landry, right down Broadway. Landry, right to the net. Landry shoots, and Landry...
stuffed.
It stopped. Great save there by Pettengill. Landry can't have a more point-blank opportunity, and Pettengill took it away.
There's a whistle there. I thought initially we were going to... that was a rope.
It was picked off by Shannon briefly. Now up to Massey. As Messalonskee recovers. Eagles on top here 11-1. Massey with a head of steam. Chloe Massey angles in, shoots, and she scores. So Massey has a hat trick now too. And it's 12-1.
Just can't stop this Messalonskee offense, especially I think with the way they got rolling in the first half. You know they're going to be in rhythm now.
And because of the deficit, we are in running time. So we won't keep track of the time of the goal.
Yeah, good luck doing that math, Mike.
Yeah, I can't do math like that on the fly. My eyes and brain do not work in tandem together that way. All I know is it's 12-1.
I mean, that's what really matters. And it's in the third quarter.
It does. Our game today brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. 10:20 on a running clock. Shannon, nice job on the faceoff on the draw. Shannon ahead to Landry. Lauren Landry going to try it again. Now she is slowed. Landry got pushed back there by Duty.
I know if you're Lawrence, Lewiston, now I'm doing it. You're at Lewiston, right? You want to run the offense, get good shots, but also you're down 12-1. Maybe get on the edge of, maybe that wasn't the greatest shot, but it was a look.
Right.
Because they really just, to this point, Mike, I've got showed 3 official saves and 1 goal against Pettengill. Just haven't challenged her.
Yeah, I mean, the old adage, when you're shooting, you're dangerous.
Yeah.
And they need to shoot more. You are not going to score unless you shoot. I have figured that out.
We have seen 1 batted in and 1 kicked in this season, though.
All right, out deep. It is Gabrielle Roy. Now Lewiston works it to Courtman. She's got their goal. And
I think you're going to push there on Lewiston.
Okay, so it's going to Messo. This is Madison Wills.
One of the better defenders, as pointed out by the coaching staff in our pre-game notes, but haven't really talked about her a lot. I mean,
Massey, good job. Stick handling, pulling that ball off the sidelines and raking it right up. Massey, a really good player. She's got a hattie, and Parsons has a hattie. Pass in the middle, scooped up by Riley Stewart. Stewart, a freshman off the bench. Stewart out back, handled there by Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia to the front. Ventimiglia stopped there by Bisson. I think that might have hit her in the shins.
Either that. She got the stick down, but she got a piece of it.
All right, Emma Jane Parsons says enough of this, and she buries it. And it's 13-1.
I give Massey the assist there, and Parsons, which is ironic because those are the two sort of, quote-unquote, fighting for our who's going to be the player of the game.
Well, Parsons now has 4.
Yeah. Massey has 4 total points.
So it's 4 goals for Parsons, 3 goals for Massey.
And she picked up the assist there.
So let's let them go at it. Massey and Shannon on the draw. Sun trying to break out.
That's a heck of a first save, though. That it didn't end the possession, but Bisson made a heck of a save.
We've decided it's Bisson.
Bisson, excuse me. See, I just got to say it a few more times.
I grew up with a family, friends of our family, Bisson. They were Bisson.
Bison. Bisson.
That's the French.
Bisson.
That's the French.
See, this now we're taking me back. I don't remember. I think it was a Lawrence game. It was a Lawrence game. I think they were playing. Oh boy, who was that? I can't remember. But I asked you, how do you decide if it's French or not? That was the question.
I know.
Because I'm always wrong.
Welcome to Central Maine, AJ. From your last gig in Utah by way of Indiana. Yeah, not a lot of Bissons and stuff out there. And names like that, and Parent and Langless and Landry and all that stuff. And then you get into the fact that Roy and King and Roy are actually the same name. One's just anglicized. It's just crazy. Yeah. Or Roa.
That's what I just legitimately, before we started our video coverage, a little background for those who've followed us, obviously, as we're working our way now into year 2 of our video streaming. I did some radio stuff by myself, and that was one of the things I always did when I did the game is I went to Mike and I said, okay, how do you pronounce these names?
Parsons missed. As well you should. I mean, I had to actually look down here today because I am sure that I'm getting court match wrong. I'm just sure of it.
It's just a lot of letters to look at, to be honest with you.
Langlois I can do. I figured out Alonaku, Haley Alonaku. That's not French-Canadian. We got a Blanchette, we got a Landry, we've got a Langless and a Langlois.
Uh-oh. I think Parsons got in trouble here. Tyler, if you want to grab her running off, I think she's going to take a seat or she got hurt.
She has a...
No, she's taking a seat.
She's sitting down. So they get E.J. Parsons for something.
I wonder if she said a no-no word.
Well, I don't know why you would when you're up 13-1, but anyhow...
She's going to run and use the refreshments or facilities.
Yeah, I think she's going to grab a drink.
Yeah, but she did something because in lacrosse, right, we get the penalty shots. Very rarely do you get the man down.
Yep. So Parsons out, and here is Lewiston with an opportunity. This is Gabrielle Roy. Gabrielle Roy lobs it back. It's missed there by Cody. Loose. A scrum. Trying to scoop it up there for Meso was Lele Mayayo, and Mayayo lost it, picked back up by Roy. Roy out back for Cody, right in front, all alone, and good defense there on the play by Messalonskee, Zoe Gilbert, but we've got a stoppage.
Yeah, Gilbert's going to draw the whistle, but I think that's one you'll live with because she absolutely stopped that from being a potentially point-blank goal opportunity. Going to get one anyway, but...
This is Lillian Bolya. Bolya from just about 10 yards out against Adriana Pettengill. Bolya fires, and I think it was such a knuckleball that it handcuffed Pettengill, and she missed it. And it's 13-2.
Yeah, I think she lost it. Let's also, maybe not. I was going to say, let's not underestimate as it dims now that I pointed out, but the sun maybe, but it just totally
handcuffed
surprised her. Yeah.
That bamboozled her, and I think it was, a situation like a goaltender in hockey. A slap shot from the point gets deflected, and you're all set for that fastball, and you get a changeup instead.
Yeah, she was just completely, and that's maybe one of those things right at that distance, maybe like a soccer goalie on a penalty kick. You kind of guess, and you just guessed wrong.
So Lillian Bolya makes it 13-2. 4:47 to go as we have a running clock here with a deficit in the second half of 10 goals or more. Shannon and Massey. Won by Messalonskee. It is Isabella Morrill. Morrill is hit. Brief slowdown. Now to Parsons. Parsons backs it out, backs it back out. Now to Massey. Massey saw that opening, and then it got shut down. Massey curls in. Massey finds a lane and scores. So Massey with 4 now.
She's probing, and then you gave her some space, and she gets down the alley, and she buries it.
And, of course, our score player of the game gets the CMCC Score Bag of Swag, which includes the CMCC bag filled with sparkling ice and prime from our friends at Valley Beverage, the highly coveted Score Player of the Game t-shirt, and the Score Player of the Game keychain.
Which While we're here with Messalonskee, this is just me reminding, we owe Wheeler one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We've got some debt to pay.
When we see Messalonskee baseball again.
Which I believe we're going to
Next week?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
All right, off the draw, it's Shannon. Shannon right up front to Cody. Cody tries to bump her way through, instead circles.
And that would have been a good step, a drop step, basically. She drop steps. I think
Right.
she's got a wide open shot.
There she just dropped the ball. A little bit of help there by Emily Hammond on the play.
Didn't it kind of... Lewiston at times, didn't it make you think of like ball handlers who don't have their eyes up? Just feels like they know they're running, but they're just not seeing the field.
Yes, they do. All right, on the restart here's Cody. Cody right in front, and Cody scores, and it's 14-3. Madeline Cody on the board.
Nice job. Even with the starting behind the goal, she did a nice job eating up that angle. Messo, I think, a little slow to react, and obviously she's got the advantage on the penalty kill, but yeah, you take it where you can get it. Messalonskee took advantage for sure in the first half. Also, this is just a fun fact for you and I, Mike, and those.
Just you and I?
Yeah, just you and I. The
Okay.
3 goal scores, I don't know if you have them written down. Do you have their numbers written down for Lewiston?
You mean their jersey numbers?
Yes.
No, I don't. I have their names only. I don't have their jersey numbers.
So it was 3, 2, and now 1. Just like I said, just a random fun fact for you and I. Nobody cares, but I think it's funny.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss story or
Right?
something.
I don't think they don't have a 0 on the roster, so I guess
No, they don't.
99's up next.
All right, 1:40 to go in the third, and a whistle off the face-off. Off the draw. As I was schooled by an official a couple of weeks ago in South China at Erskine Academy. It's a draw in girls lacrosse. And it's Parsons and Shannon on the draw. Loose ball, pops around, comes down into the stick of Crew Langley. 1:10 to go in the third. A running clock, it's 14-3, Messalonskee. Langley, direct line to the net, and it is blown dead.
Somebody, I don't think there was any contact on Langley, but somebody did something for Messalonskee. If you're Langley, I think you're a little bit, you'll take it, but you're a little bit frustrated because she's going right to the cage.
She's going right to it. So it's Langley and Pettengill. To the net, saved by Pettengill.
That one for sure not easy.
Up to Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia trying to beat Trider, and does. Ventimiglia to the net. Sophia Ventimiglia, stick handles, lays it off back outside now for Riley Stewart. Stewart has to scoop it up. Finally does. Now to Morrill. Morrill at the top. 15 seconds left. Morrill beat the buzzer to end the first half, scoring with 3 seconds left. She goes in front, jumps up, and a flag is out.
I think we're going to get a penalty shot here as the buzzer expires.
The buzzer sounds, and they're just going to wave it off no matter because of the fact that we have a running clock. So that's it for the third period. And the Messalonskee Eagles turn an 11-1 lead at halftime into a 14-3 lead at the end of 3. You are watching and listening to Girls High School Lacrosse on the place for local sports, The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
And local high school sports on the score, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is HammondLumber.com. Of course, local sports involves many sponsors, and we thank our friends at Mid-State Machine who have been on board with us from the get-go. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages like Prime and Sparkling Ice every single day by Whittemore & Sons. Your Coyote Tractor dealer, sales and service by a family that cares, and by Somerset Stone and Stove. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering gas pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. All right, ready to go here in the fourth? 14-3. Messalonskee in the lead, and it is Shannon and Emma Jane Parsons on the draw. Ball placement.
I'm glad this game worked out because I think this is the original Messalonskee girls lacrosse game we've had on the schedule, but the weather just has not worked with us. I think one for sure we definitely missed.
Yeah, well, one weather and one me. One was a me issue.
Oh, that's right.
It was a me issue, remember?
That's right.
All right, out in front, and Shannon buries it. That is what Lewiston's been waiting for. Shannon flashed open, the pass right on the stick, and she scored. And now what? They stopped the clock. And is it offside?
They didn't put the goal on there.
Yeah, no goal. What a shame. Wow. Really pretty goal there for Caitlin Shannon. So the goal waved off.
That's unfortunate. That was a very well executed.
Well, it still looked good, and it's still going to be preserved on videotape forever. And back at the other end, a shot is wide of Bisson.
Now, Ventimiglia doing a coast-to-coast there. She switched to her offhand, though, and just didn't get much on it.
All right, Messo ball out back. Eagles on top here, 14-3. Make it 15-3. Burying that one, Riley Stewart.
Stewart knew exactly what she wanted to do with that one. She got the restart, and she hit the turbo button.
So 15-3. And speaking of all of our games, they're always in the vault, centralmainsports.com, centralmainsports.com, and also on our YouTube channel as well. We are at Central Maine Sports on YouTube.
Yeah, and that includes everything we've done video streaming. So last spring's games, this past fall, all of basketball and hockey season, it is all up there, always free.
Yep, no credit card required.
Now, if you're going to bring Mike and I a meal or something, we're not going to turn it down. I'm just saying.
Just what we both need, another meal.
Well, we were talking you kind of have flashbacks coming back to this field because last time we were here, you had to cancel reservations. We had a football game that took 6 hours.
There was a lobster bowl last summer, which took forever to play. I had reservations with my then lady friend, and what were they, at 7? I forget. Well, anyway, we never made it to Skills. We got a pizza instead.
At the halftime, it was worse than the Super Bowl.
It was literally longer than the halftime that they have at the Super Bowl. I think the game was a 4-hour game in total.
In blistering heat.
Yeah, it was wicked hot. Listen to us whine.
Yeah, the players on the field, they were fun.
All right, we're going to have a penalty shot here for Lewiston. Excuse me for...
no, you're right.
No,
Lewiston.
you're right. It's Lewiston. Okay.
Langley, I think.
You're talking about food, and I lose my mind. All right, Crew Langley decides to veer to the side, and her shot to the side there at Pettingill, and Adriana with the save.
That one, I think, maybe not her most dominant hand, and unfortunately, she hit Pettingill with a shot.
Here's Parsons in a hurry. Parsons up the middle.
Ventimiglia, I think, ran away from that. She comes right backside. She's wide open.
Parsons in. She slipped in and
drew the whistle.
A whistle.
Yeah, she drew the contact there. She split the double team. I'll tell you, the thing that still stands out to me, Mike, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember, there's only one LePage brother played in that Lobster Bowl?
Yes.
And which one was it? Was it Kyle?
If it wasn't Kyle, it was Colin.
Well, whichever one it was, at the time we were talking about it, because he was going to KVCC, I believe, or was he was there initially and then maybe was reconsidering. He was one of the best players on the field that day.
He was really good. All right, running it up, Shannon. Caitlin Shannon. Pass right down Broadway to Crowley. Crowley scores! Charlotte Crowley, the freshman. That one's a counter. And it's 15-4.
Yeah, Messalonskee getting kind of hung out a little bit here on transition, not really doing a good job marking up.
Well, and also Cora Kluge has gone liberally to her bench as well. We're going to get a timeout here. We'll take it to 7:54 remaining in this one. Messalonskee in complete control. The Eagles 15, Lewiston 4. You're watching and listening to Girls High School Lacrosse on the Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
All righty, Mike Violet and AJ Knights back here live at Don Roof Field in Lewiston. And Lewiston coach Jeremy Finney has gone back to his starting goaltender, Hannah Burley. She's coming back in down to our right. Just to give her some playing time, I'm sure. And Pettingill will go back in goal for Messo.
I don't think they have anybody dressed, actually.
Yeah, I don't see anybody
As a backup.
in goalie-like attire,
Yeah.
so they would have to suit somebody up if, God forbid, Adriana Pettingill got hurt. All right, off the face-off here after the goal by Crowley. It is Massey. It is Shannon. 7:54 to go. Ball loose, picked up by Shannon. Caitlin Shannon, good-looking player for the Lewiston Blue Devils. Knocked out, good play by Massey.
Nice trail check.
Yep, Massey up to up to Ventimiglia. Sophia Ventimiglia has a head of steam, changes hands to the net, decides to dump it off, does on the other side to Sadie Frost. Frost back out to Isabella Morrill. Morrill plays it to Nora Kalbach. Freshman getting some playing time, so everybody's been in for Cora Kluge today. Massey. Messalonskee, no sense of urgency because they don't need to have one. It's a chance to work your offense. Get some of your second and third teamers in there. Massey. Can't split a double. Now slows, almost beat it. Lobs it out deep to Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia looking for the cutter to Morrill, and I think she faked the pass, actually.
I think it got knocked down there, but she picked it right back up, yeah.
All right. It was really fast. Too fast for my eyes, apparently. Massey trying to angle in. Nope, not there. Out back, centering pass, loose right in front, and picked up and run out of there by Olivia Crowley. Crowley lobs it up the far side to Langley. Crew Langley. Motoring. Langley, good pass, ahead for Crowley. Crowley takes a trip to the right. Now it's Cody. Cody to Courtmatch. And we got a flag. She took one to the head, I think. Inadvertent.
See if we can see it in replay.
Replay brought to you by Midstate Machine.
Ooh.
If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com.
Yeah, she caught that flush right on her face mask, or eyewear.
Yeah, she got popped. Okay, though.
And it's somebody taking a seat for Messo.
Yep, and that somebody is Emily Hammond. So, it's Anna Courtmatch with an angle to the left of Pettingill.
A long explanation. I think is that Gilbert talking to the ref, I believe?
To the net, score! That's her second, and it's 15-5.
Courtmatch got the scoring started, for Lewiston, and she picks up her second.
Makes it 15-5. Clock rolling, 5:40 left.
Glad to see Courtmatch okay. I mean, that's where you wear that stuff, but you could see it. I think more than anything, just surprised her.
Right.
It just all of a sudden stick right there.
It stuns you for sure. There's no question about that. Don't forget, tomorrow night we are in Fairfield. Tomorrow afternoon, that is. Skowhegan at Lawrence Baseball 3:30. Saturday morning, boys lacrosse in South China, Erskine Academy, and Holton at 11. The complete score schedule up all the time at centralmainsports.com. That's centralmainsports.com. The vault also open 24/7 for all games that we've ever done. They are always there. 5 minutes to go, 15-5. Lewiston with the ball.
Yeah, whistle here, I think, against Messo on their defensive attempt to ride the face-off victory.
Landry. Pass on the right to Cody. Madeline Cody. Trying to get it out front. There's some improvisation there for sure by Cody. That's a pretty goal on the backhand, and it's 15-6.
That was a nice play. Again, surprised Pettingill a little bit with that motion.
That was a very pretty goal by Madeline Cody.
I give Cody her second.
15-6. That'll stop the clock with 4:35 left. Nice goal by Madeline Cody.
That's a nice shot. I mean, because ideally when you get front side like that, you want to switch hands, obviously, because you open up more cage. But if you can pull off that backhand, that'll work too. That was a nice goal. That was one of the better plays I think we've already seen in this spring season.
All right, off the draw, it is Emma Jane Parsons and Shannon, won by Messo. It's Massey. Massey, whistle. They let her start up, or do they? Yep, they do. So quick start. Massey to the top to Morrill. Over to Gilbert. Not sure what this is.
Waiting. I'm going to guess, actually, Mike, if I had to.
You're gonna have to.
I was going to say offsides because obviously Messo was playing man down, so maybe somebody forgot to stay back. That was my guess.
Ball's knocked out. Loose. Ventimiglia trying to get it. Sophia does come away with it. Now it's knocked out again. And picking it up, Crew Langley. Langley tries to go ahead of the pack to Courtmanch. She scoops. Courtmanch to the net. A one-hopper is wide of Pettengill.
It's a good look. Courtmanch just couldn't bounce it just a little bit too high. Langley's had a nice second half, I think, especially clearing the ball.
Yeah, she's very good at getting it out. She's run it up. She's passed it up. 3:10 to go. Madeline Cody, who just scored that pretty goal on that high backhander. Can't get in front. Now out deep to Landry. Landry goes in. Save Pettengill.
I got a whistle, I think, right before that.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a penalty shot here for Lewiston.
So Lauren Landry right in front, about 10 yards away. I think that one hurt Adriana Pettengill. Might have hit her in the wrist.
Yeah, I think she caught that as she takes a second here. We can actually, I got the replay here. She caught that pretty flush as Langley went broad, just right down Broadway. Yeah, I think you're right. Good call, Mike. I think that hit her right on the wrist.
So official stops the clock, and Cora Kluke going on the field to check on her goaltender.
I tell you what, those lacrosse balls, if you never hold them, they're pretty dense. They feel like they're those basketball courts. They're not quite rubber, but they're not something like that. They're real dense, and especially when it gets cold, I imagine like a hockey puck, right? That gets very quickly gets a lot harder than it should be.
And we mentioned just a few minutes ago that Messalonskee did not have a backup goaltender dressed. Let's hope they don't need to get someone dressed. Let's take a timeout. We have an injury timeout on the field. 2:34 to go left in this one. Messalonskee in control. Eagles 15 and Lewiston 6. We'll be back after this.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, we go. Monkey is prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Raising money for a cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Like a conquering hero.
Adriana Pettengill is out of the game, even though she looks like she's okay. And we have found out just how quickly Emma Jane Parsons can change from her regular lacrosse uniform to a goaltender's uniform, because literally, apparently, Messalonskee has only got one set of goalie equipment. So she literally stripped down Adriana Pettengill, peeled everything off, and Parsons has put everything on. And now she's going to face the penalty shot of Lauren Landry. This is all after we thought she was going to stay in the game, Pettengill.
Yeah, and the trainer got lost trying to find her.
The trainer came over from the track on the far side in a golf cart, came over to the sideline, didn't know who the injured player was, who was the goalie, and now we're going to get the penalty shot here by Landry at some point.
Yeah, so the JV player, well, I'll wait till after this penalty shot.
Landry to the nets and a save! She can play goal too. Emma Jane Parsons, a hero's welcome.
I was going to say, her making the save, I think, is the equivalent of a position player striking out a batter.
Well, you know how in hockey, sometimes at the minor league level, but it has happened at the National Hockey League level, where the goalie and the backup goalie get hurt, and there is a emergency goalie who would go in to play goal for either side, depending on who gets hurt.
Right.
That's almost what we've got here.
Well, yeah, because
it's like the Zamboni drivers, now the goalie.
Yeah. Well, we were waiting to see if Pettengill was going to stay. Kaylin Henning pulled out a bunch of pads, and we get a chance here to stop at the play. I'll have Tyler show them. They're just laying out there, and I'm going to guess she's the JV goalie because she's on the JV roster.
Right.
And instead, Parsons must have been doing some real politicking to get in the game.
Apparently so, because it looked as if it was definitely going to be Kaylin Henning. Right there to the net, and scoring is Crew Langley. So, no longer perfect, or is she? Is that going to count or not? I was going to say no longer perfect is Emma Jane Parsons. That's not going to count.
No, it didn't count.
So go ahead, Tyler, and show the goalie equipment down behind the Messalonskee bench. It's all laid out there. Kaylin Henning took it all out of a bag and was going to put it all on, and then all of a sudden, as you said, apparently Emma Jane Parsons really campaigned to go in and play goal, and she won.
Well, and right now, with a minute 6 left, She's got one save and no goals against.
She's pitching a shutout.
Yeah, she's going to go tell the coach, like, look, I'm just saying, if we need me, I'm hot right now.
She is pitching a shutout. So aside from scoring 1, 2, 3, 4 goals, she has also made a save in goal. That doesn't happen very much.
No. It's like now at some level a quarterback comes out and gets a touchback on a punt, or excuse me, gets a coffin corner on a punt.
That's a flag there. That'll stop play with 37 seconds to go. And I think Emma Jane Parsons is going to get another opportunity to make a save.
Player of the game could be riding on this.
It's Cody from 10 yards out. Cody goes to the net. Save again! Emma Jane Parsons! She can't be beat. She's won the score player of the game. I'm announcing it right now.
I was saying, well, because it's between her.
Ventimiglia, that is
she got
apparently off pipe. As she definitely beat Burley, but she didn't beat the pipe.
I was going to say, so Massey's got 4 goals, but she has an assist, and then Parsons has 4 goals.
But she hasn't played goal.
But she's got, now Parsons has 2 saves and no goals against.
So Chloe Massey, great game, but she hasn't played goal. And Emma Jane Parsons, and running out on the field to also mob her, is Adriana Pettengill, now without her goalie equipment on. So Messalonskee rolls in this one. Final score from Lewiston and Don Rue Field. The Messalonskee Eagles 15, Lewiston Blue Devils 6 will come back and officially anoint Emma Jane Parsons as our score player of the game right after this.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live as we see the traditional post-game handshake going on and just a zany end of the game. And it's zany and even more zany because Adriana Pettengill appears to be fine. She is walking through the handshake line right there, or the stick tap line, and appears to be fine. But Emma Jane Parsons scored a hat trick in the first period in this one. She had 3 of the 5 goals that Messo scored in the first period and finished with 4 on the day, as did Chloe Massey. Unlike Emma Jane Parsons, though, or unlike Chloe Massey, Emma Jane Parsons played goal in this game and made 2 saves. So 4 goals and 2 saves, and Emma Jane Parsons is our score player of the game. I believe it's the first time we've ever had somebody be a two-way player and win our score player of the game. She's the Shohei Ohtani before Shohei had Tommy John surgery of girls lacrosse.
Yeah, I apologize. I had the replay of the goal that didn't count. There you're going to go. Both those saves, by the way, came on penalty shots also.
Yes.
So they weren't the easiest of saves, but yeah, it was funny when she went in because originally, just to add some more context to what you were talking about, Pettengill took her helmet off. I thought was going to catch her breath. And then I got to zoom in on this. Give me 1 second here, Mike. I got to see if I can get a shot of what is happening with Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler's down there right now. Tyler Rigney, our cameraman's down there with our score player of the game. Emma Jane Parsons right now. They're in the circle. Now we'll get the picture taken with the swag bag. You got to give her the swag bag.
They mobbed her like they just won Game 7 of like the Eastern Conference Finals and are going to the Cup.
Give her the bag. There you go. You got to get a picture of her holding the bag, and there he is, Tyler Rigney, getting the job done. People say to me frequently, geez, you're still doing high school sport. This is why I do this stuff. I mean, the game I love, but when you have this kind of stuff happen and the joy of the girls on the Messalonskee side, this is why I love doing this stuff.
Well, and it's like we said, I don't see any other way because it looked like Henning pulled out the pads, as you can still see from the shot right there. The girls are actually standing around him. She looked like she was getting ready to throw her pads on, and I'm assuming she's the JV goalie, was going to go in. And somewhere along the line, while they were having a meeting, Parsons was like, Coach, come on. Coach, put me in. I'm feeling it.
It's like intense, high-level negotiations were going on. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play.
I've got this.
I've got this.
Shut him down.
And so Emma Jane Parsons, after scoring 4, goes in and denies 2. So she scores 4 goals, makes 2 saves. Congratulations to Emma Jane Parsons, the senior attack, midi, and now goaltender for the Messalonskee Eagles, being our score player of the game. She's posing with the score T-shirt right now. She gets the CMCC bag of swag with a CMCC bag, sparkling ice and prime from my friends at Valley Beverage in Lewiston, the score T-shirt, and the coveted score player of the game keychain.
Yeah, it's funny. I think most people might find that tongue-in-cheek, but the truth of the matter is, from what we've heard from Tyler, Kaylin earlier this week, players get real jealous when they find out all the swag in there and they didn't win it. It's become a hot commodity.
Oh, they consider it to be like crown jewels.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. So lots of fun here today at Don Roof Field in Lewiston. Let's have as much fun tomorrow in Fairfield, Lawrence, and Skowhegan baseball at 3:30, and as much fun Saturday morning out in South China for Erskine Academy Holton boys lacrosse. So that's going to do it for us. For Chaz Wing, for Tyler Rigney, for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Don Roof Field in Lewiston. Final score here today in girls lacrosse: the Messalonskee Eagles 15 and the Lewiston Blue Devils 6.
You've been listening to another high school sports presentation on The Score, supported by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Valley Beverage, Maine Preventative Maintenance, the Harry J. Smith Company, SBS Carbon Copy, JDH3 Design, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste. Stay tuned for a lot more live video and audio of high school baseball, softball, and girls and boys high school lacrosse. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. You found the place for local sports. Sports Radio 11.